and 16th of July, and I'm sitting here excited. Now, unlike you lucky people that stay in America or are at San Diego, you must be really, really on cloud nine right now. You must be. I'll be on tenterhooks. As I say, being in the UK, I'll be behind on anything newsworthy, but hopefully for the page, I'll get as much YouTube footage and whatnot that becomes available. So please check out some of the footage. If I recommend anything for YouTube, you already know it's like Flicks in the City or something like that. So you know, all your anticipation, who's going to be there, and what you're going to see, and your hopes and your desires for things to happen, and then at the same time not get too excited. So the reason why this video, I'm wearing the wrong t-shirt, should be wearing an Injustice t-shirt. So spoilers ahead, okay, and I'll try not to make too many spoilers, but if you're a fan of the Arrow TV show, I'm about 4 episodes still to go in the present series, I believe. And the series that was on, most of you have probably all seen Arrow. But there's one particular episode I want to talk about, and it's the one. And I'll try not to spoil out too much, okay? I'll give the sort of ending away, but the stuff behind it, just the stuff that's featured in this episode of Arrow, just put me in mind of an Injustice. And it's, for me, the antithesis. I'm not even trying to say that word again, but it's what good superhero books should all be about. It's what movies should be about. It's what Man of Steel was about. It's what BBS was about. So this episode of Arrow, you had Oliver, and he's been drugged. But before I knew he was drugged, we had Felicity come in, and she was about to leave him, and everybody was leaving him, you know, and everything else, and I said, you can't believe that Felicity is leaving him after this, you know. And I was really starting to shout and bawl at the TV. You can't be serious. And then we find out, you know, and he's under the influence of the drug Vertigo, so always fears and stuff like that come to light. So you don't know exactly what is true and what isn't, and it's sort of hinted at when you hear sort of tapping in the background. And I'm sure I've heard that from somewhere. If you hear 3 knocks, I think it was a Doctor Who episode. But anyway, and the whole episode was about Oliver. He's wearing pretty thin on what he's doing. You know, he's a mayor, he's a family man, he's a vigilante, and he's just you know, and he's supposed to be a leader, so he is balancing everything, you know, and he's taking everything on his shoulders. And you know, they had already one team leave him. Daigle seems to be leaving him. Felicity seems to be leaving him, and his conscience is talking to him about, you know, we should go back to our roots. We should go back to what we started. You know, yes, it's fun being a family man. Yes, it's good job being a mayor, and you know, you're having your old sort of life back. But deep down, he's the Arrow. He's the Green Arrow, and in that series, you know, you had him one time giving Daigle the mantle of Arrow, and then saying, no, I can't live, even though I promised his son, he can't live without it. And it just, everything about this episode reminded me of identity crisis and what it means to be a hero and what he was doing, you know. And one bit of his conscience was saying, you know, forget being the mayor. If you do the greater good and take this guy down, you know, Forget, put everything to a side, put your family to the side. You may not come out alive, but go for it. And it got me goose pimples. It really has. So for anybody to say that, they don't watch Arrow because maybe the season's lagging and stuff, you have great episodes. You have great episodes. For me, even one episode within the entire season of any superhero movie, if it gets me that way, if it gets me all like that, it's been worth it. It's been worth watching the whole season just for that one episode. And again, if you haven't seen Identity Crisis, please get the book. Make it your next book. Buy the OMAC Project. And then have little wee books and read up on it, Google it, and then link from the OMAC Project to Identity Crisis. It is, I think it was Brad Meltzer, whatever, that wrote it. And so when you read that and you see this Arrow episode, it is just everything you need. And do you want them, at the same time, there was something mentioned in the episode where, you were not meant to have a Mr. Daigle, you were not meant to have a Felicity. And I'm thinking, is it getting to be like, Arrow in the comics when he is the lone wolf? Because in a way, Green Arrow, for me in the comics, was sort of he could be a dick at times, and he just, because he bulged up, and this is what happens in the TV show. He makes mistakes, and he has this determination. And after seeing this Arrow show, I would love if the makers of this Arrow show then turn their heads to carry on the Batman franchise or stuff. Now, saying all this, we all hear about the movie that's coming out, Ant-Man and Wasp, or maybe a blockbuster and stuff. I never actually thought too much of the first one, but after getting an Injustice 2 game, and I've actually just bought, I put some money into the PlayStation account, and I bought the Atom, and I love the Atom, and when he appears in the DC Legends, I'm thinking, forget Batman, Superman, let's show the world that DC has the equivalent to the Wasp, and he has that similar problem when he shrinks down to nothing. But see, this is the thing, I don't think in Ant-Man he goes through all these wee other miniature dimensions of worlds, but the Atom does. I would love to see that in a movie. I'd love the Atom. Forget Ant-Man, I want the Atom. Well, let me know what hero you want to see next. Forget about the main league. Okay, what hero do you want to find out about? And let me know if you watched if you read Identity Crisis. Let me know what you think about that Arrow episode when he takes the vertigo. And thanks very much for keeping us. And as I said, for me, to end it off, I done one about gay and stuff like that, and again, that is connected to who these people are, and finding yourself, and being true to yourself, and then working through that and still achieving, what makes you happy, why you put on that cowl. Forget your home life, forget what you are, and what kind of person you are in your normal day-to-day life. It's really a story about just anybody in any religion or any way of life. As soon as they put on that cowl, they've made that decision to fight for what they totally believe in, and gone is all the politics behind that. And that is storytelling for me. I'll leave these links here to help emphasise why I love this stuff, and what I've been talking about just now in this YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. mind, check out my Facebook page, DC Fan Gives Hope, and Vero and mind DC hailthevillains.com, where you get your discount stuff by putting DC Hope in the password. Thank you for staying with us. Comic Con! Yes! 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 Yes!